Welcome back, golf nerds. Ryan here from Golf and Body. We're going to get a little bit more serious today. We're going to be talking about back pain for roughly 2.5 minutes, and more than likely why you haven't seen the results or felt the results that you want from conventional based orthopedics as well as surgery. Okay, and so this is by design. We have to look at the orthopedics industry as a business just like anything else. And remember, if the standard of care is too good before, the likelihood of surgery is minimal. If it's too good after, likelihood of second surgery is minimal, bad for business on both ends. And so a lot of physical therapists are grossly underpaid. Could you imagine going to school for 6 or 7 years and only getting paid $40 to $50 an hour on top of all the student loan debt? They're stressed. They don't have enough resources and time to help each individual person. Everything has to be coded. And as the industry becomes more and more institutionalized, it's going to get worse and worse. And that's why these videos are very, very valuable. Okay? Back pain is a geometry and physics issue. It is not because you have a disc herniation. That is a symptom of what's going on. That's almost like going and calling an engineer out to a major crack in the building. He's just like, oh, just put some concrete over it, maybe some paint. Don't even worry about it. That doesn't go too well over the long term, especially if there's a large crack. You need to figure out why that crack is there, okay? Now, your spine has natural curvatures, and there's also a matrix of ligaments and fascia and all these kind of structures that maintain and change pressures and stuff like that. It's like a supercomputer. It is brilliant, okay? And what happens when we sit down at desks all day and we're constantly right here, it changes the geometry of how our spine works. Forward head posture and rounding of the shoulders is so much more than bad posture. It creates what's called a fulcrum from the neck and the middle of the spine, and creates hypermobility in the lower spine. This is a model of L5 and L4. These are called the facets. There's only 5 degrees of rotation that are supposed to happen down here. So out here it becomes very, very stiff. Down here it becomes very mobile. Here's supposed to be stiff, where it has more of what's called a hinge joint for flexion and extension, limiting extension to protect the nerves back here. And this is supposed to be stable, and then we're supposed to have the flexibility above that. And let me tell you, golf is a fantastic way to create a disc herniation if this structure is not working correct, and that's why I'm able to stay in business, okay? So in my next video, I'm going to discuss a couple things that you can do with habits, but first you must understand where the money's going. And so honestly, it's just business, and share with a friend who needs to see this, who is suffering from back pain. Tell them to follow.